Hello. Let me know if you can hear me. Obviously, we're using a new format today. It's so weird seeing myself backwards. It's on my computer. All right. Hi. Let me know if you guys can see me, can hear me. All right. So I'm going to do the giveaway first. Yesterday, we did the virtual shopping experience, and I created a random name wheel like I usually do. So I'm just going to spin that real quick and give off the 3 names who are going to be winning the free readings. First place. So we're going to go with first place first, and then second and third. So first place, let me know you can still see me because I did leave my screen. All right. All right, 1 second. Block somebody. All right. Okay, let's do the winners. All right. So first place for the 30-minute reading is spinning. Actually, I could probably show you. Let's do that again. Let me just, okay, hold on 1 second. I'm gonna sort it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9, why not? All right, I think I can do screen sharing here. 1 moment. Let's see. All right. So you should be able to see this with me. Here we go. Okay, so first place is Karen for a 30-minute reading. Yay. Okay. I will email you to let you know, and I'll give you your gift certificate through your email. All right. I'm going to close and do it again. Second place is for a 3-card reading, and it is Maggie, 3-card reading. Congratulations. I will also send you, sorry, I'll also send you an email with your gift certificate. All right, third place is a 1-2 card reading. And Jenny, 1-2 card reading. I will give you your gift certificate in your email. Okay, let's get out of here. So we're gonna leave this. All right. Let's see. Comments. Awesome. So I saw a comment come up and I'm just not seeing it right now. Where did it go? So how are you guys liking this new format? Okay, I'm obsessed. I love it. It's awesome. Let's see. So someone had asked if they had to pay to be on the wheel. I don't see the comments on here yet, but that's because there's a lag between your comments and how I get it on my computer. But so yes and no. So the entry itself, there was no like ticket to buy it. However, it was given to every $10 denomination that you spent yesterday during the virtual shopping experience or throughout the day of February 6th. So if you place an order and you spend $10, that was one entry. If you place an order, you spend $50, that's 5 entries. So that is how we did that yesterday. Let's jump into some readings. So I am streaming right now to 2 different platforms. I am also on YouTube right now. All right, let's get the cards. What are we feeling today? I got some moon vibes going on today, so we're going to do the moon cards. That and the ones I really wanted to use are upstairs in the store. Well, next door upstairs in the store, and so I'm not going to go get those right now. So we're going to be using the Moonology deck. And to make things easier too, I am going to be showing you who is going to be read at the same time. So if I see your name, again, the comments are definitely lagging because I do have it on my phone and I can see comments that I don't see on my computer yet. So let's go here. So we're going to be doing general readings. If you do have a specific question, you can comment it, and I'll see if that's something that I could do here live. If not, we'll do a general card. So again, using Moonology deck. All right, so first up, here we go. Where'd you go? Oh, you're new. Hi, welcome. This is new for me too on here with this new setup. So let's do this together. So I will be doing this right now for Sharon. Ooh, I'm going everywhere. All right. New moon in Sagittarius. All right, so this definitely is, oh, and I dropped cards. So we're in a new house. I'm in a new room. This is the first time I'm doing live readings like this since we've moved in here, and I have a new platform, a new program. So this is fun, and we're doing this together. So bear with me as I learn the tips and tricks as we go. This is the first time I've ever used it. I didn't even do a demo video first, so I'm just jumping right in there. So Sharon, the new moon in Sagittarius. Right away, this feels like a turning point for you. Feels like things were not possibly going as well as you had wanted them to more recently, and over the past year or so, it seems like things kind of, you are at a feeling of like when is it gonna stop? I lost somebody, this is happening, and just kind of like feeling kind of stuck in a way. But this is kind of like that turning point. So the new moon kind of depicts that whole promise. So then with the new moon, it's shadowed over the moon. It's the dark times, introspection. But with this darkness comes the phase of it turning. So this, I feel like a turning point, like you've reached kind of a point of prosperity, not necessarily prosperity. I'm trying to find the best word, but like better luck is definitely going to be coming towards you and happening to you. And it also feels like there's somebody who passed on that is kind of trying to like instill this in your head that you can move on and that you have to basically believe in yourself and believe in that outcome and not get stuck in the mindset of being held back or blocked or stuck or why are these like negative things happening? It's not saying that there's a ton of things happening all at once, but enough to where it's like, okay, I need like something big to change, something big to like happen. I need some more positive influences my way. And this is definitely that turning point for you. So I'm excited for you. Not sure why the comments are not showing up anymore. Hold on one second. These are super, super slow. So because of that, I'm gonna have to rely on my phone for comments. Well, moving forward, this is going to be a challenge because I rely on my comments. So if I can't see the comments, I can't do much here. The last one I see was at the 4 minute and 29-second mark of my video, which I am now 11 minutes in. So as you can tell, I'm missing some comments here. All right. Interesting. All right, so I'm going to be looking at my phone that's right here, also watching live, just because I can't see what's going on. All right, so this one is for Valerie White. Okay. Ooh, I love when it flips. All right. Okay, so 2 cards flipped over for you, Valerie. They mutable moon and full moon. So the reason why I feel like these 2 came together is because I feel like there's like a lack of trust in terms of your path, in terms of what the universe or the divine has set out for you. I just feel like maybe in your past you kind of knew of kind of what you wanted to do and like move forward, and like I don't know, I feel like you had more clarity. But right now it feels like nothing is 100%. Clarity doesn't feel like it's really like right there right now. But this is a reminder that this is temporary. I just feel like you're getting inside your own head too much at this time. And a lot of different influences are coming your way. I feel like you have a lot on your plate, especially energetically, maybe not so much physically, but definitely energetically. There's a lot of things taking your mind, things you have to think about, people you have to like help or do things with. Maybe errands you need to do. Like, I just feel like it's a lot going on at once. So to someone else looking in, it doesn't seem like a lot. But for you and how you're handling it energetically, you feel overwhelmed. And this is just a passing feeling. This overwhelming sense is not determining your path. It is not taking you off your course. It's not affecting you in that way. And I feel like you just have to really trust the process and trust that everything is kind of coming when it needs to happen. That is not always the case. I do believe everything happens for a reason, but to a certain extent. But for you, I do feel like this is really sorry, I'm like distracting myself talking here. Okay. It's really just asking you to trust the process, believe in what's going to happen. Like, don't look too far ahead, don't look too far back. Try to stay present, handle the tasks at hand, unweave the tangled web that's going on, and really like focus on that and get through each day right now. That is like the main thing, is just to get through each day the best that you can. And over time, this builds momentum. So definitely trust in the process, please. Cindy asked, why do I see people asking them to inbox them? Because we have people who do that. And there's really not much I can do to stop that. The best way you can do that is to report them. If I see it in real time, I can get them out of here. Okay. All right, so I saw somebody on here on the computer. Again, I'm sorry this is slower than usual. Usually I can go on and on to the next person, but I have 2 different timelines of comments, and I'm trying to navigate this program because it is helpful, and I'm hoping these comments can speed up a little bit. All right, Sabrina says, I'm going through a spiritual awakening process called the Dark Night of the Soul for over 7 years. I'm wondering if you know when it's going to end. Let's pop you up here. Okay. So this is from YouTube. So right off the bat, I'm not familiar with the term Dark Night of the Soul. Like energetically, it feels a lot like shadow work, and almost kind of like a really, really deep diving in to the depths of every aspect of yourself. And if you've been doing this for 7 years, I think you're at your time limit, because it is not recommended to be doing anything that even is remotely close. So, I mean, if I'm completely wrong here, please let me know, because I'm not sure if the Dark Night of the Soul is relevant or similar to shadow work. But if it is, you need to take a break. If you are doing this consciously, I mean, if this is kind of just ongoing happening to you, and this is kind of like what it's called that you're experiencing, we're going to pull some cards just to see. But nobody should be doing anything that deep, that dark, for that long. Definitely need to take breaks to let integration occur, and then kind of do it in bits and pieces, because that is a lot. That's overwhelming. And at that point, that awakening is not going to be successful, because it doesn't need to take 7 years at this point. Like, if it took 7 years or over 7 years, if you think on a biological level, all of your cells have regenerated at this point. So you are already a biological makeup of new cells. And I would imagine that's a long time. And like, I feel like goosebumps, and I feel like I'm strapped and like roping and like tied to it, and that you're kind of stuck in this. So I think maybe you began this journey consciously, but it kind of took over, and now it's kind of becoming, I'm stuck in this dark end of everything. And oh, holy crap. I love when cards are so on point, and I don't even have to really pull in my own messages for it, because it's pretty point blank. New moon, and the card actually physically says a new start is coming. So what I suggest for you is to do kind of like a reversal of shadow work. So if you feel like you're kind of stuck in a shadow work phase, in the way that you would do shadow work, if you're journaling, if you're doing anything of that nature, journal backwards instead of focusing on things that need to be worked on, things that you are trying to change, fix, any of that, accept about yourself. I would switch and change the narrative and start focusing on things that are on your surface level, back onto like the normal everyday person that you are when you're talking to people, when you're not alone. So if you're at work or at school or whomever, or with your, your friends, family, who are you then? And start kind of like pulling that rope to kind of get you back up here. And then if you feel you are being drawn to go back to shadow work, then you absolutely can. But I would definitely pace it. Actually, since you're on my YouTube channel, there's a video with Christopher Pentak that I did, and we talk about shadow work and how often and how we would know when to kind of pull ourselves out of it. So I definitely recommend looking at that. All right. I should get sponsored for all these drinks that I show. All right. Madison Burnett. Is Cyrus done with me? I let him go in November, found out he was married with multiple women, and I still feel his energy. Okay, so 2 things. Cards, not even, like, I'm not going to even pull cards right now for that. If you're still feeling this person and you let them go, I think you need to do some more, because there's one thing to physically let them go and say, hey, like, I can't do this anymore. I'm breaking up. We're not together, whatever. I was lied to. I'm hurt, yada, yada. That's one whole aspect of it, but there's a whole nother aspect, and that's the energetic aspect. And since you're still feeling his energy and you kind of still riding those emotions that are entangled with that, and that I feel like even though you let him go, there's still times where he might reach out to you or just kind of wiggle himself into your life. And it may be even very, very discreet. Even if you don't know about it, it feels like he's still like checking on you, if that makes sense. So with that, I would do 2 different things. Some kind of exercise where you can do an energetic cord cutting. And you can literally like write his name and like attach it to one end of a string, and then write your name and put on the other end of the string, and then visualize like that connection, and then cut it right down the center, and then burn his half, or rid of it in some way. Another thing people recommend are like sour jars, or like putting them in the freezer, like a freezer jar. You can literally just put their name or something of them to reference them and put them in a jar, fill it with water, and then put it in the freezer, and they would stay frozen from contacting you and from having influence in your life, as long as that remains frozen. But I definitely recommend cutting ties and kind of taking a more magical approach to it, because you should not be. Sorry, is someone was saying someone's spamming. I have captions. I didn't know that. Okay. I will pull a card for you, Madison, real quick, just to kind of see. Plus, I'm doing reading, so why not? meditate and contemplate. New moon in Pisces. Pisces for this card is telling me all about emotions. So definitely, I don't want to say meditate. Like, I don't really believe what the card is saying, but the new moon in Pisces for sure is really just getting on board and changing the situation and taking matters into your own hands. You did the right thing by physically letting him go, but there's more to it. And I definitely think that this is kind of a sign of taking action, and that instead of energetically and emotionally dwelling on this and kind of allowing that, and self-protection too. I could definitely do self-protection just to keep your own thing, because I feel like you're empathic. So I feel like that's part of why you're still feeling this connection. All right, I'm going to hop back on over to Facebook comments. So this one is for Ann Smith. All right, so it's the full moon in reverse. Right away, this is telling me that you're having a hard time letting something go. And it's not necessarily a person. Uh, it really does feel like you're having a hard time letting go of a circumstance or situation and how it's affecting you. And I feel like this is old. I don't feel like it's something new. I feel like this is something that perhaps someone said many, many moons ago, and you just can't shake it. I feel like it's affecting your confidence. I feel like it's affecting, um, I feel like you're struggling with communicating in a healthy and loving way with yourself. And there's a lot of like negative self-talk. And this is asking you to like try and find a way to let that go. Easier said than done, of course, especially when it comes to people's words. But there's a lot of self development that's being hindered and not occurring because I feel like you're stuck in the past. Not necessarily in the past. Like, I feel like you were in the present very, like, pretty well. But there's a lot of stuff, like a ball and chain kind of vibe that's from your past that is affecting how you view yourself and you find yourself worthy. Like, you're you're determining your worth by things that are old news, and this is detrimental because this can cause a energetic block. This can cause a cross condition if it continues. So if you're experiencing anything that's out of the ordinary, or like things are not going your way lately, this could be a sign that that is the case. Um, but this is asking you to kind of surrender that, refine something. A good exercise for you to do would be to um, write everything down that is kind of that ball and chain, and flushing it, burning it, and then repurposing it. So once you do that, you get rid of it, then you're going to write new things about what you do like, what you do love, about yourself, about your life currently, things that you're optimistic about, things that you're hopeful for. And it's really just a matter of changing the narrative here and shifting that mental perspective. All right, so this one is for Tina McKnight. We're going to read for Tina and also answer your question. Oops. Typically, no. So she had asked, and I wish I could pop this up on the screen, but it's not letting me. So, see if it popped up in the comments here yet. No. Okay. This is poopy. I wish I could see more real-time comments. Okay. So she said cord cutting. Is there a cord bonding, cord attachment? Yes and no. So yeah, because anybody can do that. So it's not recommended because you don't really want to mess with people's free will, but to each their own. So yes, it's possible. But for the most part, having that cord, it's more of a metaphor. It's more of like a symbolic representation of a connection. And I use the words cord cutting just because I feel like at a certain point, we've become so attached to a person, a place, a thing, a feeling, a belief, anything that can be attached to. We've become so emotionally and sometimes physically attached to things, and it kind of creates that cord. And that you can see this too if you are in a new relationship and then you kind of feel yourself like almost so in love that it hurts, even though it seems like it's silly because it's brand new and maybe the other person doesn't feel that way. It's kind of like you're creating this cord, you're creating this connection, and you know that if something were to happen to that relationship, you would be devastated, you would be broken, and more so than someone who did not develop that kind of connection early on. So as you become more and more attached to something, you kind of build that attachment, and it's, that you feel that expression when you lose something, and that's kind of that grieving process. Is you're accepting that there's a cord there, like you still feel it. So do you always have to cut a cord if you create one? No. If you're okay with how you're feeling and how that connection is, then by all means keep it. But for when it's affecting your life in a negative way or withholding you from being able to do things to the fullest or to move on, move forward, or to live your life like beautifully, then cutting a cord might be a good option. And again, it is symbolic. So you don't technically have to even use a cord. You can do a visualization technique, anything like that. So yes and no. Is there another term out there for that idea? Possibly. Do I know what it is? I don't. I name things the way I do it, and it makes sense to me. And visualization, belief, intention, that is what does it. So let's get this. All right, so here we go. Tina McKnight. Gonna pull a card for you. I might switch decks soon because I'm just gonna switch it up. Okay, so it's the Balsamic Moon reversed. When this card is reversed, it feels like there's a lost loved one involved, and that you're trying to find a way to communicate and connect with them. So for some people, And like we were just talking about the chords in grief, when we lose a loved one, we grieve and then we kind of move on. But I feel like you found comfort in the idea that to not move on. So, for an example, like you changed the narrative about the situation. So instead of losing the loved one, you you understand that the connection's there and that your loved one is just in a new form for you. Like the relationship that you had is still there, it's just in a different way. Um, so this is saying too that use that idea, use that belief to fuel what you're doing, and find inspiration. Look for signs, um, to know that they are there because it does feel, in fact, that they are. In particular, it feels like a man and a woman, two like very distinct like guardians, um, and I feel like they would purposely stick around to ensure that everything in your life and also other people's lives, like family members, are going well. So look for signs, look for anything that reminds you of them. If you feel like they're there, there's a good chance that you're right. Definitely nourish that bond, and spend some time in silence and try to connect with them in that way and ask for signs. You can do this before you fall asleep, um, by just having an open conversation out loud or in your head, before you go to sleep, and just say like, please visit me in my dreams. If you're not prone to mediumship, if you're not prone to experiencing them on a physical level, then definitely try and do it in other ways. If you do meditation, ask if they can come in and kind of give you some messages in your meditation. I just feel like they are there, and they want to let you know that they're there, and I think you need to know that they're there, and you want kind of more validation and more proof, so that way you can continue working and healing on yourself. Just hop out of here really quickly and get back on because it's not letting me block people. So this is really inconvenient, and I don't even know how I feel about that. Like, I love this setup, I do, but I don't like not being able to see real-time comments in the program. I don't want to have to be using multiple screens to do so. Um, okay, so this one is for Amy Bernard. All right, so I'm going to move on to a different deck. Okay. Okay, so two cards here. And one is 6, one is 9. So we have the self-love and the assessing cards. All right, so Amy, when these two cards come up, it's telling me that you're overthinking, way too much. And it's not even just so the assessing. I feel like you're overthinking your own life. I feel like you're overthinking where you are in life and like where you want to be. I think you're thinking too much ahead in terms of, am I going to get there? Am I going there? Am I on the right path? Am I doing the right thing? Uh, am I going to be with so and so? Is this going to happen? Is this going to happen? And this is going to build up a lot of anxiety. But also in that assessment is assessment of self. And it's kind of being that inner critic. And I feel like you are now at a point where you're labeling and judging yourself based on your emotions. So perhaps you won't go out and see somebody or see a friend or do something because you're so in your own head that you don't want to be seen that day, or you don't know what they're going to think about how you are acting. Like, I just feel like you kind of feel like bad for them to have to deal with you, if that makes sense. And that is not the case at all. That's all internal dialogue, and that is not how you are perceived. That is not how I feel like you are on the outside. So if I were just meeting you right now, which technically I am, but I don't see you right now, but if I were meeting, like, just that energetic feeling is that a lot of this is internal dialogue. And so when the self love card is reversed, it's telling me that you're not focusing on taking care of yourself and doing things that could alleviate some of these stressors and these emotions. Um, I think what you're trying to do is kind of fill the voids, or to make, to not fill the voids. Um, okay, so for an example, it's like putting a band-aid on a wound that clearly needs surgery. I feel like you're kind of doing things that you're telling yourself are things that are going to make you happy because they do temporarily, but I feel like there's a lot of more deeper things that need to be worked through and accepted for sure. Definitely recommend looking into shadow work. Don't recommend going all in right now, but definitely like just learning about it and just kind of seeing what it's about and trying to figure out who you are, and are you really defining yourself by your experiences, or can you define your experiences? um, because I don't know, like, I feel a lot in my chest right now. Like, I feel like that tightness, and I feel like that hyperventilation, kind of like elephant feeling, and I feel like you feel overwhelmed at the idea of almost anything right now. And it's really just reassess the situation. Don't overthink everything. Um, and what I want you to do, because like I said many times already, it's a lot easier said than done. So I can sit here in my little chair and say, like, don't do this, but it's not that easy. So I like to give kind of a starting point for you. Um, I want you to consider doing this. Is at the end of the day, every day, if you had a panic attack, if you had anxiety attack, if you were feeling overwhelmed or you're having a hard time sleeping because you're currently burdened by this feeling, I want you to justify it and or not justify it. So reassess that moment, that day. Is it triggered by something? If it was triggered by something, is it plausible, or is this mental freaking out? Is this overthinking? um like, obviously, if you had a near miss because you were walking on the sidewalk and a car wasn't paying attention and they come close to you and they get close to you, that's plausible to have a freak out. It's plausible to feel panicked. It's plausible to have anxiety for an X amount of time afterwards. But I feel like a lot of this is kind of just old residual stuff, and you're kind of getting in your own head now about being kind of defined by this anxiety. So yes, it will end, but it's going to take a lot of inner power, willpower, and strength to kind of push through it. But definitely try and um, label it at the end of every day. Was it justified? Is it justified? Distract your mind. Okay, so there's a lot of comments on here on Facebook that are not even asking for readings. I guess there's a person or several people doing some trolling. Unfortunately, with the platform that I'm using today, I don't have any control over that. So I apologize. Trying to block. Don't know if it's going to work. All right, so this one is for thank you guys for your patience as we learn to navigate this new system. All right, so this is for Alfie Howard on Facebook. Thank you, Kimberly. And I don't see them as frequently as I used to because I am in lag land on my computer. So unless I go to my phone, I don't see them. Okay, Alfie. I'm gonna have to hire a full-time blocker. And I don't even have the energy in me today to even like say anything to them. So that's just a judgment on their character. I would never do that to somebody. Gonna keep doing me. All right, Alfie. Woo! Card literally jumped out. Okay. Two cards, because I needed some more information on that. So we have abundance reversed and trust upright. Big on numerology as well. 3, 8, 10, 11, 2. All right, so the abundance card feels like a more recent change in finances, but also home life. It feels like there's been a change. I want to say involving another person, and that's kind of why all of this is changing and affecting you. So it feels like something unexpected occurred recently, and that kind of threw you off. It kind of pulled the rug from under you and kind of changed the game moving forward. And it's costing the family more money than expected. And because it wasn't really expected, or at least not right this second, but this trust card is saying that it was time for that to happen. That change was necessary for the benefit of someone else. So here on the card in the picture, I'll show you here. There's a person laying on the ground in a bubble. So this kind of really depicts that this person was being protected and this person needed healing, and that this relationship change was bound to happen, and it was for that person's sake. And unfortunately, being victim to losing someone or having that relationships change, it sucks for the people who are on the other end of it, on your end of it. But it needed to happen. 5, this is a 32, so that comes to a 5. 5 is after 4. So it feels like you were finally getting on your feet. Everything was going well, and this definitely pulled it out from under the rug. But this is also a promise that that 5 is continuing to continue on your path and to continue towards the future. So this is definitely, this too shall pass. This feeling, these emotions are definitely going to heal over time, and you're going to become accustomed to it. And pretty soon you're going to be able to, if not already, kind of look at it in a lighthearted way. And so this is the egg moon, and the egg also represents new beginnings and like fertility. So this also feels like evolution, and it could also indicate reincarnation, um, and just or a change of type, a change of the way it was, because an egg evolves and grows into a species, a living thing. Um, so too does a seed into a plant, and like the cycle of life. So because of this relationship changes. Energy definitely feels like a lost loved one in terms of deceased loved one. But this is asking you to do your best to trust that this needed to happen and that it happened in the right time for this person. Um, and that the evolution continues on, and that this is not the end for them. This is just a new part of their cycle. Okay. Somebody's birthday. Carissa Michelle's birthday. All right. Happy birthday! I wish I could like make balloons pop up and stuff. Birthdays are exciting. Something we're going to talk about on our talk show on Tuesday with Sharita, is definitely because it's all about love life, and something I know that's a lot of people's minds. Am I too old for love? And we're going to address that on Tuesday. Okay. I want to be able to see comments on here. I am now seeing 5:00, 5:02. So 5 minutes and 2 seconds into my video is what I can see on my computer, which is crazy because on my phone, I'm 51 minutes in. This is not okay. We gotta fix this. I'm gonna have to like Google this later. All right, Carissa, birthday girl. All right, Carissa. This is a sign that, and it feels like it's birthday oriented. So I don't know when your birthday is. But I'm gonna get up a little higher here. Look, ripping Salem. It's just a phase. Okay, so 2 cards: nourishment in reverse and willpower or will upright. This is saying with this birthday comes an energetic shift because numerology. If I knew your birthday, I would be able to tell you what number path you're going into. But regardless, you are experiencing a shift right now, and especially if your birthday was recent or upcoming very soon, typically the shifts occur anywhere up to a month into the birthday month. So, for example, my birthday is September 23rd. My shift usually occurs August 1st. For whatever reason, it always happens on Lunasa, and that's just how it is for me. So you'll be able to feel it. I think you're already kind of feeling it, and this is kind of a wake-up call. I feel like this is, you're saying like, this birthday, I'm going to focus on myself. I'm going to do all the things. I'm going to nourish relationships. I'm going to nourish my body. I'm going to do all these things. I'm going to nourish this so that I have a bright future, a good damn year. So this is like New Year's resolutions 2.0. And it feels like because of this willpower, you have the power and the strength to get it done, and that you mean business this year. And this is going to be one of the best years for you in terms of manifestation and kind of being a go-getter. I feel like you're not going to fall off the wagon. You may have some hiccups here and there. We're human. But for the most part, your goals, you can slay and crush them this year. And I definitely think that you should get going and don't wait. Don't wait for a Monday to start something. If you're thinking about it on a Wednesday, there is no problem starting it on a Wednesday, Thursday. Don't psych yourself out. Just dive right in, take a leap of faith, do whatever you need to do, and trust that this shift and these feelings and these goals that you have are coming, because this is going to be a good year for you. I don't know if I like those ones. Have anybody tried these ones? Raz cranberry. I don't know. Tastes like hand soap. All right, let's go back over here. Take that one down and pick somebody else. It is so dry in here. We have the heat on. It snowed a lot today. Where are you guys from? Where's everybody from? It's fun. It's fun. We're in New England. All right, Linda Wilcox. Lee. I feel drawn to you. I feel like we need to address something. Oh, Amy, you're in Rhode Island. Cool, me too. My store's in Rhode Island. Texas, beautiful and sunny. Yeah, not here. A lot of snow. I posted a little video clip of the snowing in our backyard on my stories on Facebook. And we got so much more after that. Looks like it's North Pole. If you guys are interested in like in-person readings or full-length readings, you can visit my website. Is right there somewhere. Where are you? Wait, ooh, ooh, right there. Look at that. Wait, this is backwards. Ta-da! Okay, that's the website. I do full-length readings and also in-person readings as of April. April will start in-person readings inside my store. Okay, moving on. Linda. Okay. This feels like you are being kicked when you're down. And not necessarily by other people. There's definitely people that are not helping the situation, but I do feel like you feel like you're at a low point and you're waiting for that, like that turnaround. So we have gratitude and realization. So essentially, and I hate to be like Hallmark card, but this is saying that honestly, I think you're getting stuck in the mindset of all the things going wrong and all the things that are not happening as fast as you want them to. And this is really just asking you to be grateful for what you have currently going on in your life, grateful for what you've overcome, grateful for the things that you've beaten in the past. Remember and realize your strength and like the adversity to get through everything that you've been through. And when you are grateful and when you show gratitude, it's not just gratitude for your own life, but also by showing gratitude towards others. So definitely show appreciation to the people around you and who helped you kind of get through tough times. and also too, by being more selfless and giving to people, just to kind of help nudge the universe to kind of help you, because being giving, being selfless, doing volunteer work, donations, anything, it could be super simple. It could be somebody you know. Um, by doing that, it is the ultimate feel good fuel. By being about something else outside yourself. And that's really how we nourish our inner self. And in that, doing that, you'll feel lighter, you'll feel brighter, and eventually it's going to catch on and that shift will occur. Is it occurring right now or anytime soon? It doesn't feel like that. I wish I could say it's going to be better tomorrow, but I do feel like this is going to be a process for you, and it's going to be something that you're going to have to keep your mind to and keep yourself accountable, because uh, at this point, this is up to you. You've been dealt your cards, and now it's what do you do with them? And so I definitely recommend showing some gratitude towards your life, people around you, and by being more um, open to giving. So that way you can open the doors to receiving. Somebody sent a angry face. I'm sorry. All right. So Damalek, Damili. This is why I put names on the screen now, just so that I don't have to do, I don't butcher anybody's names. I apologize. Hi, Michelle Maddle. It's been a while. I hope everything is going well for you. It feels like it. Okay. So the unexpected reverse. I'm gonna pull another card. It's a 2-card kind of day. Extreme reverse, and then the unexpected reversed. So it kind of feels like even though they're reversed, it kind of feels like they're not supposed to be. So I definitely do feel like something unexpected of an like incoming influence energy is going to start coming in your way, or it already did. Um, for some reason, education keeps coming to mind. College, school, something, learning something, trying to learn something new. Um, but I feel like there's a question of whether there's a passion involved. I'm just gonna wait and see if you can comment to just see if that resonates at all. It just feels like it's college related, and that kind of like at the end point, and it's kind of like, am I on the right path despite being this far? Um, grad school. Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna stick with education. Um, so it kind of feels like this has always been expected of you, but and with these unexpected thing, it feels like it's not going to be the same way that you anticipated. And I feel like that's that incoming influence. So like, yeah, you're almost to the finish line and that you're like so far in and you feel like, this extremes reversed. Um, it feels more like a passion to me. And I feel like after all this hard work, you just wanted that reward and that possibly that unexpected, like that what's unexpected is going to be that it's going to not be the way you expected. Does this mean you're not graduating? No. It just feels like you're not going to be graduating in the way that you thought. It doesn't, it feels like it's just going to be different overall. And with everything the way the world's going, that kind of makes sense. So maybe your graduation, sorry, getting tongue tied, is just going to be a different experience. And it's kind of like uh, I got up to this point and like I just wanted that experience, and now I'm not going to have that. And um, but is it a matter of doing well in this career field that you're following? Absolutely. Absolutely. And I do feel like you are on the right path. And I do feel like you're going to have something above other people that they don't have in this field. And you're going to be able to do very well with it. And you can, it feels like a lot of possibilities are available to you as a result of finishing this. Okay. Let's see. Scanner, hide. All right, so this one is for Jackie Howard. Let's see if her comment shows up on here. It does not. Why can't I see? So like I'm seeing primarily YouTube comments on the computer, but they're so old. And it's not that I don't want to call on these people, it's just I have no idea if they're even watching at this point because it's been like an hour. Okay. So we're gonna go to Jackie Howard, who had a very interesting comment saying, please, I know I have a message. I see the spirit following me everywhere I go, not sure what to do. Okay, so with that in mind, I'm assuming you mean spirit like deceased person or entity. But let's pull a card just for a general message, and then we'll see if anything comes up about maybe why this is happening or kind of who and what brought this spirit in. Okay, so this is definitely okay. So the card's words mean nothing to me. So I'll tell you what they are, but I'm not going to use those words. Self-reflection and resilience, both reversed. However, the message for you is that this spirit, it feels okay. So even though I don't even know if you're even talking about an entity, I'm going to go with yes because that's what it feels like. It feels like you have somebody in your space, in your space. Um, This feels like a person, okay? So I'm going to rule out any kind of other entities. I'm going to go with deceased person, just, run-of-the-mill spirit. Um, and I feel like this person relates to you, if that makes sense. Does this feel like a relative? No, it does not feel like they have any actual connection to you. Maybe ancestral, like way, way, way old, but that would be really weird to have that occur randomly now. Like, why not before? Why not sooner? But this is truly just a feeling that this person resonates with you, and maybe you pick them up along the way. Perhaps you walked by or in a cemetery and they attach to you, and not in like some creepy ghost show movie kind of way, but more so in a I think this person can help me, or I think I can help them. And I feel like there's a connection here that's very unique to you, and this person. And I really want you to try and ask questions. Since this is the first time that you're unable to tell, I just feel like they need help. I feel like they need help or you need help, and you have a lot. So the more that I'm like talking, I feel like I'm wasting words. Um, so like the way that I would do a full length reading is I consent to connect. And by doing live readings, I guess everybody's kind of consenting to connect. But I'm usually very surface in comparison to full length. But energetically, it feels like this person is latched to you, and more so because you're vulnerable. Um, so you're a natural medium for sure. And I think that's kind of, they already gravitate towards you. And then with having a lot on your plate and a lot of stress and a lot of kind of negativity, not saying you're a negative person, not saying anything like that, but I just feel like you have a lot going on. You have a lot on your plate and you don't have time to keep up wards, to keep up protection for yourself, to put you in a bubble every day, to keep these things away. So I feel like it was just kind of drawn to you and you were an easy person to go to. So I just do feel like they just need help, and it may be um, inconvenient for your house. It may be inconvenient for your family. So I would definitely conquer some fears and address it and try and get some answers, and ask questions. I feel like the more time that goes on, the easier they will be able to manifest themselves to you. This hasn't been happening for a very long time, so they haven't been around you very long. This is definitely more recent. Um, so I think they're just kind of latching on because they need help. They want answers. And if they believe that you are a medium or they can sense that you're, more adept at being able to communicate on their behalf, I just feel like it's something as simple as that. Like maybe they just want to find something, get an answer, know where somebody is, and they can't get through to anybody else. Maybe they've been around for a while, but it was going nowhere. So they roam and they look for somebody who can help them. And so definitely would ask questions to see what it is. So maybe late at night, whenever the whole house is sleeping, as creepy as that may sound, but like spend some time, like put some kind of electronic device near you so that way there's something to feed off of. Light a candle so that it's, dim lit in the room so that they're not and hiding it, because I feel like frequently it happens a lot more at night. So definitely ask questions like, what do you need help with? And just try and trust your intuition and try to feel and listen to for the messages, even if it's not clear at first. Okay. Hello, everybody. So for a few minutes, I'm going to take a break from readings for like 2 minutes and talk about Tuesday really quickly because it is coming up super fast and I haven't even had really time to like talk about it or mention it at all. So several months ago, I started a talk show. Then we moved, we got the house, and then we've been transitioning. And this is the first time I go live in a long time, with my face. Uh, and so we're resuming every Sunday at 4 p.m. We're going to do live readings just like this, free readings for people. Duration may vary depending on what our schedule looks like on those days. But then Tuesdays are resuming with Talk Show Tuesdays. It's not every Tuesday, but it will always be a Tuesday evening. And we did push them later so that way people can watch it after work and not miss the live play, because we do allow questions to be asked live and answer them live. and it will be streaming to YouTube and Facebook as well, just like this. But Tuesday is with Sharita Leone. She lives in New York City. We actually met in a different country. We met abroad, and I adore her. I love her, and you guys will love her too. But Tuesday is called "Come to Me," uh, basically attracting, nourishing, and maintaining a healthy love life. So if you're single, you'll get something out of it. If you're in a marriage, engaged, in a relationship, dating, you'll get something out of it. So we're going to be talking to everybody. It's just love life in general, and then we're going to have specific areas that we're going to talk about. So we'll probably start with some general things to know, and then we're going to move on, and then we'll definitely, and we welcome and appreciate and definitely want questions to be asked during this talk show, so that way we can give you live answers, and there is no dumb question. Don't be afraid to ask questions. If you want us to answer these questions anonymously and you don't want to ask them, this is not a psychic talk show. So we're not going to be answering, is this person right for me? Or am I going to find love? Like those types of questions we're not going to be addressing. But if you have questions like, is it such a thing to be too old to find love? I'm 60 years old. Can I still find love? I'm 80 and I want a divorce. Is that bad? My boyfriend seems fishy and is like this, like things like that. Like think of like love life advice columnist, questions like that. And if you don't want to ask live, you can always send me an email or a Facebook message, and we will not mention your name or show your comment on the live video. We'll just say a viewer or friend, anybody asked this, and we're going to answer that question. So that way your name is not on there in case you're calling out your significant other or you just don't want people to know your business. So that is an option. Okay, I'm just going to scroll back a little bit. So Cassie Freeman. It's getting dark in here. I'm going to put the light on real quick. Break the computer. And another talk show Tuesday coming up very, very soon is all about Salem, Massachusetts. And so we're going to be discussing all the ins and outs of going to Salem, and more so than like a tourist book would give you. So this person resides in Salem. She's lived there for about 20 years, I believe. She also runs a coven in Salem and manages 2 stores on Essex Street. So we're going to talk about, and I go all the time. I practically used to go every week. And so we're going to talk all the things Salem and what to avoid, what not to waste your money on, hidden gems that only locals would know about, and best places to stay, best places to eat for different things. I'm vegan and gluten-free, so if you have dietary restrictions, I will be giving you advice and feedback on how to navigate Salem with those food choices in mind. And I do believe that she is not. So if you're not, then she'll give you food advice for there. And we're going to just have a fun chat, all things haunted, what's real, what's not, which tour guides should you skip, should you do them, are they waste of time, all that fun stuff. Michelle Maddle. I work pretty late. Do you have past episodes of the talk show online? Yes, I do. So they are saved and edited, so that way any kind of snippets in the beginning, waiting for people to come on, waiting for them to connect, all that stuff, it gets taken out. So you just go straight to the content, and that is all on my YouTube channel. And it's also going to be part of the free membership access of Blessed Becoming on my website. So I have a membership coming, and there's Blessed Becoming and Blessed Being. Blessed Becoming is the free membership, which is all content that I've ever created, workshops, anything that has ever been presented free, including blog posts, articles, and all that. And then Blessed Being is going to be exclusive content for premium membership monthly subscription. And you'll have access to workshops and courses that you wouldn't otherwise have seen, including my biggest course, which is Blessed Living, the course, and it's going to be broken up into 4 or 5 different courses: phase 1, phase 2, phase 3, phase 4, etc., to getting you to being your best self. And that will be part of the membership instead of being a one-time large fee course like every other person on the internet is doing. So it's just going to be in the membership. You want to join it, you join it. All right, so I'm gonna post something on the screen real quick, and then we're gonna go into Cassie's reading. I apologize for the delay. She's probably waiting like, hey, what about me? I did not forget. So the giveaway winners, first place was Karen. Second place was it Ashley? I don't think so. Was it? Oh my goodness. I don't remember. Oh no, I should have wrote these down. Well, that's why the video is saved. I can see it after. I know third place is Jenny. Second place is okay. Oh, Maggie. I'm a mess. All right. The only thing that I am bothered by are these people, and this one in particular, and I'm going to call you out right now before I do this reading. IFA, or IFA, IFA, is saying that I am a priest, spiritual healer, DM me for free reading. If you were, in fact, and I don't doubt you, however, I doubt your practices and your respect for sure. But if you were a priest, spiritual healer, you would not want to negatively impact or affect somebody else's well-being, someone else's emotions, their business. So I just feel like that's kind of not the way a priest would handle things. As someone who is working towards clergy, that is definitely not it. The whole goal of clergy is to be one for everyone, not to diminish or take away from the experience of others, and basically solicit. Don't solicit. Don't do that. Please don't do that. Black. All right, Cassie. That goes for you too, Christian. Black. There's this thing that used to be on like Dub Smash before it became like Musically. Then it came TikTok. It's like black, black. Whoa, Cassie. What are you holding back? There is definitely something that you are keeping yourself from experiencing. So it's the surrender card, and it's 26. The 2 and 6 reduce in numerology to an 8, and 8 is a very amazing number. So 7 is more spiritual, but 8 is definitely like, this is your money year. This is your go-getter number, like lucky number 8. 8 is a goal, okay? But when this comes up for you, I feel like you kind of have an idea of what you want, and you definitely have goals in place. But I just feel like you're just not taking that leap of faith, that you're not putting your feet forward, you're not taking the necessary actions and steps to kind of do that. And it's almost because of being afraid of the unknown, being afraid of failure. And I feel like you're holding yourself back by these limiting beliefs. And sometimes the beauty is the unknown. Sometimes walking through a dark cave can result in a tropical oasis at the other end. It doesn't always mean you're going to be stuck in the darkness the entire time. So the word is surrender. So it's asking you to surrender, to allow things to happen and to allow yourself to experience new things. Um, I feel like a lot of it is just mental. And I pulled another card, and it's 16, which reduces to a 7, which I had just mentioned before. That 8 number is that spiritual number, and it's all about power. So this is definitely the time. Don't waste any more time to really hone in on your willpower, your strength, your ability to manifest whatever the heck you want. And don't let your self-limiting beliefs stop you or hold you back from being able to catalyst forward, because I feel like you're comfortable. And that's kind of why we're maybe not taking jumps, or we're not trying new things, or jumping towards something bigger than what you're currently doing. And 6, 8, 7. This is the time. Like, I feel like this is the time, like, despite the whole world being like in chaos and a lot of people having negative experiencing and bad luck, and people are losing jobs and everything, this does not feel like the case for you. This feels like this is the year where you can be like, I'm getting it. Like, I'm getting it. This is my year. This is my power. And I want you to own that and surrender and allow yourself to have that, and don't hold yourself back. Alrighty, so I'm gonna hop on over to YouTube. So we're not doing a list right now. I don't need to anymore because I have access to comments. All right, so Talia Johnson. Okay, so Talia, this is the balance card. Let's see if I can respond to let them know that I'm doing it, because I don't know. Well, we'll see if they're still on. So this is the balance card, and it's 19. And 19 does become a 10, which becomes a 1. But I kind of like, I'm keeping that 10 and the 1, even though 10 is not typically in numerology. It goes cycles through 1 through 9. But my thing, this feeling, and I like the visuals of this card definitely seem to like resonate or make sense. And hopefully you understand that and resonate with what I'm feeling. But I feel like your head's going to explode. I feel like you have a lot of things going on, and it's not even just things that you have to do. It's not just life stuff, but it's also ideas. It's different ideas, all these things you want to do, these goals that you have, and but then you talk yourself out of accomplishing these things because you're not good enough, and then all these other feelings, and then I can feel like uh this like grief of a loss of somebody, and then there's like this idea like, but I'm gonna get it. So I feel like this constant tug of war of like, I need to go do it. I'm just gonna put my foot down, I'm gonna go do it. And then all of a sudden it's like, who am I kidding? Like, I keep failing, I'm not gonna get it done, I'm not gonna do what I want to do. It's not going to happen for me. And I feel like at this point, this is where that 10 comes in, and that 10 is like you're reaching that breaking point and your head's going to explode. This is too much for one person's mind to handle. So picture this as like a baby mobile in a crib, the way that this is pictured going around the head. So let these things cycle through. When it gets in front of you or when it comes to your mind, focus on it and don't let it go until you have a clear decision. If it's something you're processing, allow yourself time to process it before you even let the thing rotate, before you anything else can come to mind. Don't start 5 projects at once. Don't start 2 goals at the same time because that's not going to work for you. So focus on one thing at a time. If it's not feasible right now, then turn it and move on. And you can know that that can be on the back burner. Once you get into the next one, do the same thing. So if it's a goal, is it feasible to start right now? Will I do it? Then start it. Once you're in that rhythm and you have that whole thing going, when you have that, when you know, okay, so when you build that habit and it becomes a lifestyle, is when you can turn it and start focusing on something else. But there is no way that you can do this over and over and over again until you streamline and keep one focused thing and accomplish it to prove to yourself that you can do it. It's hard to do and you can't do and you haven't been doing it because you have too many other things trying to go at once, so that you fail. Then you get mad about that, about yourself, and you get mad at yourself for failing it. And then it does not happen with the rest of it because you gave up on yourself already. So it's self-sabotage. This is self-sabotage. This card is about balance. And then that 1 is a new beginning. So this needs to end. This chaos and this brain things everywhere needs to end. This new beginning needs to start. And balance is going to be everything. Do not put too much on your plate. Don't start 500 projects. Say you want to do something for your health, then focus on that. If you have school and health in mind, don't, like, if say you're at work full time or you're in school full time or something that's taking up, a good portion of your time, and you have to like focus on that, wait until you are so confident and clear in that path that you can add something else on. And you can slay this. You just have to believe in yourself, and you have to allow yourself to accomplish one thing at a time and then build that momentum. It's like a snowball effect. So start small, accomplish a small goal, so that way you can build that self-belief back up and know that you can freaking do this. But if you start big or you start all at once, everything it's self-sabotage. It's doomed to fail. So don't fall into that trap. Okay. I'm gonna head back over to Facebook. Bum, bum, bum. Okay. Janelle Molly. Let's see. Happy birthday! If I keep doing all these birthday ones, everyone's gonna just tell me it's their birthday every time. Come on, it's not even their birthday. Um, okay, so Janelle. Karen, hi Karen. You are one of the winners for yesterday's giveaway. First place. See. Janelle. That wasn't it. Okay. Aw, that's pretty. Okay. I'm so not used to being backwards. All right. So we have action and blossoming. Action reversed. Okay. So there's definitely synchronicities here. 33 for the blossoming card reduces to a 6. 3 plus 3 is 6. And the other one is 15. 1 plus 5 is 6. So 6 definitely means something to you. So was your birthday yesterday? It's going to wait for a comment to see if it pops up. The 4th. Okay. So 6 must have different. Oh my God, get out of here. Black. Okay. So action reverse is honestly telling you to not take any action right now. Now is the time to just be, to just chill and be and let the world unfold. Blossoming is, it really does feel like basically just being and transforming and changing, like it's happening whether you take action or not. And why take action or do anything when you can relax and rest and take a break? I think the biggest thing that you need to blossom is to literally take a break. It's not just saying like, oh, like, there's nothing that needs to be done. No, it's saying what needs to be done is nothing needs to be done. You need to stop doing things, and just take some time for yourself. Take a breather, take a break. Obviously, commitments are required, and if you can get out of some, then do it. But if not, continue that, but don't add anything and don't put any stress or pressure on yourself to do anything outside of what's already committed. And just allow yourself to just be in the moment and allow that blossoming to occur, because changes happened. And this is a really difficult birthday for you. And so allow yourself to be in that feeling. Um, and it's also, I don't know, I just feel like super like emotional, with this blossoming. And I feel like it's because it's your birthday. And it's sort of like a sign and a reassurance that you're being watched over and they're proud of who you're becoming and they want to just make sure that you're doing nothing. Like take time for you because you matter. And if you don't, and if you build up stress or take on too much and everything, it just allow yourself to be. Like this is your birthday and it doesn't have to be bells and whistles. It needs to be chill and calm and quiet. You just need quiet. You need peace. And you need to be in the moment. And also, did you have a conversation with your mother the other day? It feels like you were talking to her in hopes that she would hear you. And this was like maybe 2 nights ago. So this is confirmation that she did get your message and she did hear it and she is proud of who you're becoming and she knows this is tough and she knows that you wish you were there. Something that you had mentioned is I wish you were here. I can't do this. But you can do this. You will do it and you are doing very well at doing this. So this is just reassurance that she is there. She is hearing you. She's communicating with you. You're just she's unable to kind of manifest in a way to where you would know for a fact that she's answering you, but she is answering you. Um, so she's proud of you and she knows that, and that's why she is there. But she feels bad and a little like sad that you feel this way, and but she understands it. And so she wants you to take time for you and to stop putting so much pressure on yourself to do this. And she understands why you are sad, and so she loves you very much. And then there's something about is there something about a car saying don't worry about the car right now, just worry about your birthday right now, like allow yourself to have a birthday, and something about a car. um, I don't know if it needs work or you're looking for a new one or something's going wrong with the vehicle, or something with a car. Okay. So just have comfort in knowing that she is protecting you and that she is with you and that she is spending the birthday with you. And I think that is why it's important for you to have a quiet birthday weekend, so that you can just be in the moment and know that she's beside you and not have any other influences or people interfering with that special connection. Sorry, I'm being like emotional. I feel it. So I'm like coming down from it because my eyes are burning now. And happy birthday. All right, this is Jenny. Whoa. You're fine.
I have that special drink.
What special drink? Why are we whispering? You want to say hi real quick?
Hi.
Like crazy hairdo. Janelle, they are. I'm not sure if these stay recorded. They should. These ones should. This is the first time I'm using this setup, but I would imagine that they do stay recorded.
How's it going?
Good. The only downside is that I have to keep my phone up on the side because it's not showing it fast enough.
Comment?
The comments are from 6 minutes and 8 seconds in. Oh, 6:08 p.m. Oh my gosh, I've been doing this wrong the whole time. So this is mostly, but I don't see everything that I see here. This doesn't make sense. I don't know. So these are real time, but most of these on here are YouTube.
Does anybody want a pickle?
Does anybody want a pickle? He goes
No?
giving pickles out to viewers. Ah. All right, Janelle. I mean, not Janelle. Sorry, Jenny. Jenny. River. Jenny says hi. Jenny. To River, not you. All right, so Jenny, 2 cards. And girl, you already know. And seeing these cards, I'm probably not even gonna have to say much. It's basically our conversation in my breezeway. Change. And this is backwards. Nope. Sorry, I can't see what I'm doing. Gratitude reversed. So this is saying that you're not accepting the moment as it is and that you're having a hard time appreciating what you have because you're so focused on things changing. Okay. So that's not the case. It's still not the case. And if you needed reassurance now, this is still reassurance that that's not the case. Nothing is changing. This is the thunder moon. And so you're literally not, it's not even just change that you're worried about. You're worried about thunder, like the worst case scenario. You're waiting for a storm to blow your world apart. And it's not coming. Like, sorry, not sorry, but that's not going to happen to you. In fact, I pulled another card of what to expect, and it's the abundance card. So you better just get used to this life and learn to love it. All right, we're going to switch over real quick. All right, so here we are. Now we're over on YouTube. Have you already shared your feelings with this person? Okay, so right away, again, I'm not everybody's cup of tea, and if you want a second opinion, by all means, I recommend, like, go for it. But what I'm feeling, and a lot of it too, comes from the way that you wrote that comment. But the 2 cards that came up are assessing and fear. So right away, I just feel like this person that you, this man that you want to know if he has feelings for you and if he's going to say anything, I feel like this person is assessing the situation. They're assessing whether or not how they feel. I don't think even at this point they know for sure yet. And with this fear card is like they're afraid to speak up. So I think right now it's too soon to tell. I feel like there's definitely some more knowing. They need to experience you more. They need to communicate with you more. They need to get to know you stronger, even if it's been a while. It just feels like they're not 100% sure yet. And it's not saying anything on you. It just feels like maybe they're not ready for a commitment. Um, they're just still trying to see what they want to see for their future. Maybe career is in the works here. The communication is, I mean, not communication, the well, internal communication basically in his own head is that he's not sure if he's ready for that commitment, and he doesn't want to say anything yet until he's 100% sure, because he's not here to play games. He's not here to um, basically say, oh my gosh, like I'm in love with you, let's be together forever, and then hurt you, because he does care. It does feel like this person cares about you, just I don't know if they're ready to take that leap yet. And that fear also, they might be afraid to share your emotions. So if you haven't said anything to this person yet, I would definitely start dropping hints, if you haven't already. But I feel like you already do, and I feel like this person may already know you have feelings. But if in the off chance that you didn't say anything yet and you're hanging out, and maybe you're friends, maybe you're talking online, um, I wouldn't drop hints. I wouldn't go full blown, put them on the spot, because that's not good. And nobody wants to be backed into a corner where they feel like they're obligated to speak their feelings too soon. They will come when they're ready. But I feel like because of this right here, I do feel like this is kind of like a long shot for you. And like you're looking far out. So if this person were to ever say anything to you, it's not going to happen anytime soon. And they're focusing on their future and kind of doing their own thing. And honestly, energetically, I feel like it would be good for you to move on. And if you don't want to move on from this possibility of this person, it can always keep them in your back pocket. But I would definitely not focus and be stuck on that question right now. Like, you have your life, you do you, girl, and like do what you need to do. And when the time comes, if it's meant to be, it'll happen. But I would not get my hopes up. I would be realistic about this. And I really honestly just feel like if the person doesn't know by now, and if it's been a while, you could be doing so much better, and it's not worth waiting for. And if they come around when it's too late, then you can say no in your heart, like, you took too long. Like, I needed somebody then. I wanted to have companionship, but I don't have you. So I would move on and do you. If somebody else comes along, I wouldn't push them away because you're waiting on somebody else. I would just keep going forward. This feels like this is too far gone, and life is moving on, and you need to stay moving on and stop thinking about this person. Let me see. All right, comments are coming in. Oh, good. They're back in real time. We are not in communication. Already moved on. I'm going to get married soon. Yay, congratulations. I do think that's the right path, honestly. And just wanted to check how he feels currently. He has no idea how he feels. I feel like he still thinks about you. And I think that's why that comes up with that like that unknown and kind of like not sure. But because of that, like, if he's not sure, he doesn't deserve you. Like, you should be sure. And it sounds like you're on the right path. You're going the right way. You are doing you. And so I congratulate you for that. And congratulations on your engagement. Yay. All right, Babalawawo needs to go. Don't do that. Out of my place. Alrighty. So it is 6:22 here p.m. I started at 4 o'clock. It's been almost 2.5 hours already. That's crazy. Oh, no, it's been about 2 hours because by the time I actually came on. So right now, I'm going to take a little break from readings real quick. Let's do a little Q&A. If you have any questions for me about anything, upcoming events, anything on the website, store orders, store questions. Am I open in person yet? Anything at all. General advice questions that don't need cards. All right, so we're gonna hop on over to the Facebook messages. I don't know how this works. I'm gonna have to learn how this works. So I see it like split in half. Okay. No. Yes and no. So on the website, it's so backwards. Nope, nope, nope. It's so weird. It's like a mirrored image, so it's backwards. So this website right here, you can go in there, go to the top tab that says Shop Mavis Cottage, and then click the shop in person at the bottom of the drop down menu. And there you can book your appointment to come shopping in store. And then on that booking appointment, you can add on a reading to your visit. They are beginning for the first week of April. Okay. More about shadow readings and how it works. This would be an entire workshop lecture, so let's just show you something really quickly. So if you go to here, that you can't see yet, I'm going to do a screen share real quick. Chrome tab. So you are going to go here to my brand new YouTube channel. And right over here, you're going to see Talk Show Tuesday. If you didn't watch that live, Shadow Self and Shadow Work.
You know, you really could have braced about yourself.
We talk all things shadow work, and he goes pretty in depth, and we cover a lot of things based on when do you know you're ready to start it? What should you do? What are some methods of accomplishing this, along with how long should I do it for, etc. And we talked for an hour, so it was definitely there. Okay. All right. And you can literally just type in Mava Moonstar on YouTube. I'm the only one in existence, so it will show up. All right. So this event here is going to stream on my Facebook and now YouTube. YouTube is brand new for me. I'm not really a YouTuber. I am just using it as a storing place for my videos. Will I create more content on YouTube? Probably, but not right this second. And so this event here will be streaming just like it is now on YouTube and Facebook. So make sure you join it. We're going to have fun. She's wild. Oh, I love her energy. If you come to the show tired after work, you're going to be like pumped, ready for life. when she is on here because she gets you going. All right, so I am going to hop off because I do need to eat something today. I think good. Let me check the comments real quick. Okay. Thank you guys. I will be back here on Sundays, same time, 4-ish, 4 p.m. Eastern time for free readings to book a full-length reading, which are very different than this. I use tarot and other methods. I solely rely on our connection more than I do cards. So to book a full-length reading, they range anywhere from $15 and up. Visit www.mavenmoonstar.com. And I know it's on the screen, but I'm going to make a clickable hyperlink in the comments. And I lost. Oh, that's why I couldn't see my things. Oh no, we fixed it. Clock. How come it's not connecting? It should be connecting. All right, I don't know. This is a learning curve for me, this new platform, which is cool because I can make stuff pop up on screen and it's fun. Let's see, can someone comment on Facebook to see if it pops up? See, it's still not popping up. Weird. Sapphire. Ooh, okay. Okay, let's see. Honestly, it feels negative. It doesn't feel like, I don't know, doesn't have that baby vibe. You should look at it live and let us know your results. Whoa, holy moly, heck moly. All my comments are showing up now. Yes! Yay! Okay, they're showing up on my computer now. I can see everything, including all the people I want to block. Okay, block. Oh, I think my phone being live is what disconnected me. Oh, so now I see all the comments. Yay. Aw. Well, I hope you get your answers. Hello from S Too Small to See. Hi, Harmon 47. All right. Any questions about the membership that I am launching? Also, if you want a sneak peek at some of the pre-orders for my store, I posted them and you're able to pre-order them. Things are already selling out before they're even here. They should be shipping out next month. And that is just a few things that are coming in. I have about 500 things coming. I'm a little crazy. I'm also going to start, we're going to go to the crystal warehouse where the Salem shops get their crystals, and I am so excited. And I know I'm gonna have a hard time selling some because I went and did something similar recently and kept everything. So hopefully I can part with some of these crystal specimens so I can give some to you guys. Otherwise, my collection is going to take over my entire house, which is our goal. And then my house will probably start floating off the ground. I might do a few more really quickly. I know the views are dwindling down because people thought I was getting off. Because of that, I might do a few more just because there's only a few of us on right now. So with that in mind, Marie, I will do one for you. So I'm not frequently on YouTube. I don't post content much to YouTube as of yet because I'm not a YouTuber. I use it to upload videos for my website, really, and to save things like this. But so if you want to see more content or more events such as like talk shows, my website, the store, launches, giveaways, raffles, all that, definitely check out my Facebook page instead. Karen. So while I shuffle these, I'm definitely going to get some more outside oriented wind chimes that are more weather safe. Okay. Oh, thank you, Marie. Yeah, so I believe if you subscribe, I honestly don't really know the ins and outs of YouTube. It's been a minute since I've been on there. I used to have a YouTube channel like years and years ago before it became a career for people. And I got rid of that entire account. And so I believe if you subscribe now, you would see upcoming live videos. So if you ever want more free reading, I've been doing this every Sunday. All right, so let's pull your card. That one is not. Okay, so this, there's 3 cards here. So there's this one and then this one. But for you, I really just keep feeling like you're just that close. Like I feel like you have really big ambitions, more so on a social platform. So like ironically, we're talking about YouTube and everything and subscribing, but I feel like that's kind of something of a goal of yours is to be like an influencer or some kind of presence. And this is basically saying like you totally can do this. And it's actually quite feasible for you. I know it's a struggle for some people and everything, but this feels really good. And I feel like if you have something to say, you should be unapologetic and put yourself out there and like be you. And I think you would you would do very, very well. But this 27 release is what I'm focusing on the most here. And it's 27. So in numerology, that would reduce to a 9. And that feels like it's an ending point. So I feel like you kind of learned a life lesson over the past 9 years. And I know like that seems like a very long span of time, but that's essentially what that is. It's like these paths keep happening and then it recycles and everything. But with that is that you're coming to this end. So it's almost like this evolution is happening and we're always constantly evolving. But with this release, it kind of feels like you've gotten yourself into a place where you're ready to like transform and shift and go to the next level of your life, your goals, your career, everything like that. And that everything behind you is going to be released. And it's just a matter of you allowing that to happen. It's allowing that to be released so that you're not still kind of on the edge or the what's the word? Oh my gosh, I can't think of the word. The not ledge, but the threshold. So that you're not stepping on the threshold between anything behind you and what could be. So this is really, really an important time for you to get rid of everything that does not serve you. And this could be people. This could be a best friend that just is bringing you down. So release everything that doesn't serve you. And there's people who are not going to believe in you. There's going to be things and items that are going to hold you back. So if you have like emotional ties to an object, is it something that you necessarily need to keep? Obviously, like an heirloom from the family or a grandparent or something like that's special. But like if you have anything from like an ex-partner hanging around or pictures, like I know it's sentimental, but like I feel like for you to be able to move on and release all of this stuff is for you to be unapologetic and say like F this, bonfire style, put everything that no longer serves you, that is currently sitting in your present life, and say like, you know what, I'm done. Like if you want to be by my side, then by all means, I won't, like you are welcome to be and I would appreciate you to be. But if these things are not serving me, you have no purpose in my life, because at the end of the day, this is your life. It's your future, your goals, and you just don't need to deal with it anymore. And if it's a matter of wondering if it's going to work out, whatever this thing you're planning, this abundance card is saying, yeah, like you have the mental power to kind of get yourself out there as long as you move on. So like once you make that choice, there's no turning back. So make sure this is something you want to do, because you're going to burn ties. You're going to burn that bridge. You're not going to like step off the bridge and be like, well, I can back up if I need to. Once you cross that bridge is going to blow up and there is no turning back at that point. So you have to make sure that you are mentally, emotionally prepared to move forward, so that releasing everything that doesn't serve you needs to be done first. Don't do it in the same time. So if you're ready to move on, don't start anything towards that future until you got rid of what's behind you and what's holding you back first, not simultaneously. Don't do these things while you're trying to make that happen. You have to be fully prepared and ready and know that you're on your A game. And then also this gratitude reverse means literally thank you, but no thanks. Like, thanks for your opinion, but I don't need it and I don't want it. So like, sorry, not sorry, thank you, but no thanks kind of vibe. This is going to be your time, but it's going to be a process and you have to make sure that you're prepared for it. I feel like they're going to say you're naive, and I do feel like it's going to be difficult for you. But for the most part, like once you get through that threshold and you release everything, you're going to feel so brand new and so powerful that you're not going to give a damn what bridge you blew up. And I'm rooting for you. And I really kind of hope that you come back on a Sunday or just message me on Facebook just to let me know how things unfold, because I really resonate with that kind of like power, and I'm going to do this. Alrighty, so I'm going to hop off now because I'm hungry and my tummy is rumbling and making noises and I need some food. And I've been on here for quite some time. So thank you all for coming, and I hope you all have a blessed day and rest of your weekend. Actually, the weekend's over. I don't even know what day it is anymore. I'm so used to doing lives on Saturdays, but we switched them to Sundays. All right. So yeah, if you want to book a full-length reading with me, moonstar.com, you want to shop on there, you want to learn anything, or just browse it and get to know who the heck I am. If this is the first time you've seen me, go right ahead. Go check me out. Subscribe if you want to. I'm not even used to saying that, and I probably won't say that again. It's weird. So I will see you guys next weekend, and I will see you guys Tuesday if you're tuning in for the talk show with Sharita. Right. Bye-bye. Wait, nope, not yet. I don't know how to do this. Okay, ready, and bye-bye.